Hi viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Bhaskar Maxtech. In previous video, we had seen how to install a JDK/Java in Windows machine. So in this video, we are going to see how to write a Java program using a command prompt. So basically, for writing a Java program, we require some editor. The editor is known as IDE. What do you mean by IDE? IDE stand for Integrated Development Environment. With the help of IDE, we can able to write a Java program. We can compile the class and execute it, through which we can get our desired output. The various IDE which is available in the market, and it is a free of cost, that is a open source. We can easily download it from with the help of internet. So various IDE are Eclipse, IntelliJ IDEA, NetBeans. So these are the various IDE which is widely used in industries for writing a Java program. So in this video, we are going to write a Java program without any editor. So we are not using IDE, either Eclipse, IntelliJ or NetBeans. So we are using a simple Notepad or Notepad++ to write a Java program and execute it by using a command prompt. So our basic requirement is what? Notepad++ or Notepad, and second thing, command prompt. With the help of these two, we can able to write a Java program, execute it and get our desired output. Okay, so let's begin to write a Java program. So this is a Notepad++. In this we are writing a simple Java program which is used to display a hello world. Okay, before starting any Java program, we should know a basic syntax to write. Viewers, for writing a Java program, we require two things. One is a class and another is a main method. So first we create a class. Be sure the Java is a case sensitive. So class, the name of class will be a demo. Okay, so the class is always start with a curly braces and end with a curly braces. Okay, so whatever the code we are going to write should be inside a class. So our name of the class will be is what? Demo. The basic syntax is what? It start with a curly braces and end with what? Curly braces. Okay, so inside a class we required one main method which is executed by a JVM. So the name of the main method will be public static void main, and it using a parameter as string args of an array, args of an array. This is a method. The signature of method is what? Public static void main. Inside the method is one parameters are using, that is string args of an array. The method is also start with what? Curly braces, end with what? Curly braces. Okay, so inside this method we are going to print a hello world. So when we execute a class, the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, will execute a piece of code which is present inside your public static void main. Okay, let's begin with the code. So I am printing a simple hello world. So syntax for that is what? System, the S should be a capital, system dot out dot println. Inside that inverted comma, so I'm printing hello world. Hello world. After the end of this syntax, use a semicolon. The semicolon is compulsory. After you return system.out.println inside the bracket parenthesis, we are writing an hello world. After that, we have to use a compulsory semicolon. If you not use a semicolon at the end of each statement, you will get an error. Okay, so this is a simple program which is going to print a hello world when we using a command prompt. Okay, that's it. This is a program which is used to display a hello world. Let's save the file. Okay, Control S. I'm saving in one of the folder. Folder name is Java content. Inside that, I'm saving my class file. Save a class file same as that of your demo. So the file name should be what? Demo. That is DEMO, and extension will be dot Java, and here I'm saving as all file. So it will save a demo class as extension of Java. Okay, so this program is successfully saved. Now I want to print the hello world with using a command prompt. So let's see, Windows R CMD, that is command prompt. I have to move to a specific location where my Java program is stored. So my Java program is saved in E drive inside a Java content. Copy this, the path, go to command prompt, cd, paste. Here the drive is not changed because I stored the Java file in A drive. For that, e:colon. Okay, now for compiling a Java program, we require to set a path of JDK. For that, use a syntax set path is equal to, let's go to a C drive, program file, here it is a Java, inside Java JDK, bin, copy this path, set path equal to, it is not copied, I think so. Set path is equal to my JDK path. Okay, enter. Okay, now I set the part of JDK. Now I want to compile my program. So the syntax for compiling a Java program is GAVAC, that is a Java compiler which is used to compile your source code into a bytecode. Okay, so the name of file will be demo, it's demo.java. Okay, if my file does not contain any error, it will show a no error, and if my demo.java contain some error, it will show that error. If it is not contain any error, it will not provide any kind of error, so we can go and execute our Java code. Okay, let's check whether it's having any kind of error or not. Okay, java c is equal to demo.java. Okay, so currently I am having one error. What is saying? Demo.java class interface or enum expected class, this one. Okay, let's check what is the error. The class is written as capital, should be a small. Okay, again go and recompile it. Okay, now my class is recompiled. Let's check whether my bytecode source file is created or not. Where we can get that one? It is available in our A drive, Java content. Okay, so this is our main file, that is demo.java, which is stored as an extension of Java file. When we compiled it, it converted into a class file. Let's check what is available in class file. Open it with edit plus plus. See this. This is totally different from our demo.java. Okay, so when we are compiling your Java program, it convert your Java file into a .class file, which is nothing but converting your source code into a bytecode. Okay, now here I am not getting any kind of error. Now I am executing my Java program. Okay, for that we require Java, only the name of the file, not require any kind of extension, java.demo. So see guys, so we are getting an hello world, which we had written in system.out.println. Let's change something. Okay, instead of printing an hello world, let's change some content. I change the content. Instead of writing a hello world, so I change the content. My new content is welcome to Java learning session. Okay, so after change we need to recompile it again by the same syntax, that is java c demo.java. There is no error. Execute the file, java.demo. Okay, see the content guys. Initially it was hello world, we change the content. Now content is welcome to a Java learning session. Okay, so let's change some more thing. So now I'm changing, if we remove a semicolon at the end of each statement, let's check what kind of error it is throwing. Again java c demo.java. See guys, it's saying that a semicolon is expected at the end of this statement. Okay, so we have removed a semicolon from our file, so it's throwing some error. Which error? Error semicolon is expected at line number 3. This is a line number. This is a line number, that is demo.java.3. 3 means a line number 3. There is semicolon is missing. This is my line number 3. In line number 3 a semicolon is missing, so I put a semicolon. Again recompile it. Okay, no error. Execute it. Okay, the error is gone guys. So if we missed any semicolon, you will get definitely this kind of exception. Okay, now change the signature of method. Now This method signature is public static void main string args of an array. So this signature is fixed. If we remove a public, from this method signature, let's check what will happen. Again, let's compile, let's execute it. Okay, I'm getting some error. The main method not found in class demo, please define the main method as public. Okay, if we remove a public access specifier from a main method, it will compile, but at the time of execution it will throw an exception saying that the main method which is declared inside your class should be a public. Okay, so the public should be compulsorily present inside your main method, that is public. Okay, what if I remove a static? I remove static. Let's recompile it. It's compile automatically without any error. It's executed. Okay, is throwing some error at the time of execution. Okay, the main method is not, when I'm executing a java.demo, is throwing some error or exception. So what it's saying, the main method is not static in a class demo, please define the main method as public static void main. Okay, so when we remove a static from a main method, it will compile successfully, but at the time of execution it will throw an exception saying that the main method must contain the public as well as a static. Okay, so public should be there and static should be compulsory there. Okay, now let's check whether by removing a void I will get any kind of exception or not. What kind of exception I will get? A compile time or runtime exception? Let's check it. File it. Okay, at the time of compilation only it throwing an error saying that at line number 2, it's an invalid method declaration saying that return type required. When we are writing any method, it should have a return type. What kind of data it should provide you? It may be a integer, it may be a string, it may be a float, anything. If it not written anything, it will be a void. We will discuss what is access specifier, what is static, what is this return type in our further lectures. Okay, so compulsorily when we are writing a method, a main method, it should require a return type. If return type is not required, return as void. Okay, so void is also required. Okay, so guys, instead of writing a main, if I change the name as hello world, I'm changing the name of main method. Okay, so let's check what the error will come. Again, compile it. It's compiled. Execute it. Oh, it's saying something. Main method not found in class.demo. Okay, when any class is executed, the JVM check whether a main method is present or not. If it is not present, it will throw an exception saying that the main method not found in a class demo. So compulsorily we require a method. It should be a main method and named as a main. So no other method should be allowed, only a main method. Okay. Now let's consider one more thing. Now the parameter inside the main method. What if instead of using a string I can use a different parameter, that is int? Any kind of parameter we can use and check it, okay, whether it's working or not. So let's check, compile it. It will compile, I think so. Yes, it's compiled. Execute it. Oh, it's saying some error. A main method not found, a class demo. Please define a main method as, the main method should be of type string of argument. We cannot pass any argument other than string of an array. Okay guys, we can use only a string argument inside a main method, so it will not work. I'm passing a int as an argument, so I will replace it, that is string of an array. Okay, so it is an array sign. We can use either with the argument or either with a string. Let's check it again, that is array, and remove it from here. We can either use this argument with what, array symbol, either with the argument or either with what, string. Let's check. Compiled successfully, executed. Oh, it's working. Welcome to Java learning session. Okay guys, so what we learned from this, compulsorily a main method signature should be maintained. Like, a method should always contain a public access specifier, static keyword, void, main. The parameter which is used inside a main method should be a string of an array. Okay guys, I think you understand what we learned today. This is a simple program which is used to display an hello world without using any of the IDE, only with the help of command prompt and notepad plus plus. We are written and executed it and compiled it. In our next lecture we will using Eclipse IDE for writing a Java program and execute it. So thank you guys for your supports. If you like this video, please share it, subscribe it, and give your valuable comment. Thank you very much.